Greetings. My name is Her Royal Highness Honorable Reverend Dr. Pam Fomanung, aka Nana Demeki Lomo, the first development queen of Lomobiawe, Ada, Greater Accra Region, Ghana. I come before you this evening just as Reverend Pam, daughter of the soil, visionary, CEO and group chair of Africa's Brain Bank Global. I am speaking to you from the 23rd floor, specifically room 2317 at the Lagos Continental Hotel, bringing you good tidings and great salutations. I am so excited today. I may sound tired. My voice is a bit hoarse because we just finished a 5-day epic, life transforming, elegant, power packed, brainy summit and charity ball. Africa's Brain Bank's 5th annual summit and charity ball that was hosted by the amazing, iconic, legendary barrister Richard Mofe Damijo, popularly known as RMD, and his amazing wife, Mrs. Mofe Damijo. This couple are the first ever host of Africa's Brain Bank Summit and Charity Ball, and they have raised the bar. I'm not going to go too much into everything that transpired from Thursday to yesterday because you will hear from our other brothers and sisters. But to say I am very proud to be an African and to be in Africa is an understatement. I wish I could speak to you in my dialect, Mngaka, from Bali, Nyonga, in Bamenda, Northwest Province, Cameroon, Central Africa. But when God gives a vision, you can be sure He will make provisions for it. This year, the odds were against us. Personally, I was very sick for 6 months. And it seemed like this event was not going to happen. But here we are. We had a triumphant, successful event. All the speakers have texted me with gratitude, profound gratitude for inviting them. They said the experience is indescribable. See, there are conferences, and then there is Africa's Brain Bank Summit and Charity Ball in a class by itself. I say this because God is in charge. What we do and what we did was not by might, was not by power, but by His Spirit. That's what He says in Zechariah 4:6. So I am very, very grateful to be part of this. Very, very grateful. I am so grateful that we could bring sons and daughters of the soil back home from Europe, from North America, and from around the continent under one roof to introduce them to each other, to start building relationships and start building trust, because there's a lot of distrust. Start getting to know each other and tearing down some of these barriers that were raised by the colonial masters, and some that were raised by our government, and some by our own siblings, both in the diaspora and here. So it's a good day to be an African. I am so excited. On Thursday, we had an intimate welcome reception. Friday, we had the business to investor to business marketplace. The stories were amazing. I had goosebumps listening to some of the speakers. On Saturday morning, we had a power-packed food security a symposium. And in the evening, we had the summit on powering the agricultural food chain and the awards gala, plus we danced. We also had the honor of hosting the historic ambassador, Dr. John Kengasong of PEPFAR and the U.S. Global AIDS Bureau. I am so grateful for what God is doing with Africa's Brain Bank. Like I say, this is just a short message because my voice is really hoarse, but I was not going to leave Lagos without thanking every single person. I'm not going to name names because I'm so tired I may forget somebody and I don't want to do that, but God knows who did what and how much they did. And the reward will come from God because all these people are volunteers. But there's somebody that I need to also isolate, and that's our daughter, our Gen Z daughter, very young girl called Demilade. She did an amazing job on the ground. So Demi, thank you so much. Like I say, we have a lot of team members, but I don't want to call names, but I had to single out this young lady. You know, we have team members at Africa's Brain Bank that did so much for so long. Again, I don't want to call names because I will leave out somebody. But I just want to thank God Almighty for honoring his words. I know when I was sick, some people were asking if we could reschedule or cancel. We've never canceled a brain bank event. Even during the pandemic, we had a virtual event. But God came through. And like I know I said I was not going to call any names, but I feel like I need to mention a couple of volunteers from the brain bank. And please, if I don't call your name, don't be offended, okay? I would like to honor our hospitality director for the amazing work she did. She came on board as hospitality. She was a volunteer, but she got that position last year, and she's done a terrific job. I would also like to honor, oh, by the way, her name is Ms. Marion Sabum, recipient of the U.S. Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, from President Biden. I also want to honor Dr. Diola Bagayoko, another recipient of the U.S. U.S. President Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Bagayoko, for the last 4 years, have been the most active board members besides myself at the Africa's Brain Bank. He's brought in resources, he's brought in his brains, he's always ready to share. He's attended every single Africa's Brain Bank event since he came on board in 2020. Ms. Marion Sabum is the only team member that has been actively involved in all of our summit and charity ball and other activities since 2019. That is dedication. I would also like to acknowledge our academic director, Dr. Kanko Musa, for her dedication. She came on board as the academic director in 2022, and she's done a phenomenal job. Again, there are so many people. I don't want to call names again, because if I keep calling names, I'll forget some people. But for those whose names I didn't call, you are equally important. I just don't want to forget some names. So please don't be offended. I want to thank God because next year we're going to be in New York, New Jersey area. We already have a venue. That will be the 6th annual summit and charity. But for those who could not make it to this event, I'm inviting you to come to New York. Again, our events are unique, they are organic, and we have a target audience. When you come as a business person, you will get to meet other business people and investors that you can network with if you want to expand your business. Listening to our keynote speaker on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, people have already gotten business ideas. For example, one of our keynote speaker on Sunday morning said he didn't know how to play soccer, but he decided to control the people that play soccer and went all the way to the top. Talk about ingenuity. So you should not have any limitation. You don't have to be an expert in that sector or in that field. I also want to thank all the businesses that registered to speak. I want to thank all the people that registered. Nobody comes to our events free. Everybody pays, including our volunteers, including me. The only people that don't pay are our speakers that we invite to speak at the summit and the symposium. They buy their way, they pay their way here. We take care of the hotel and their meals because we can't pay somebody for being black. So next year again, we're going to be in New York, Labor Day weekend. We are keeping our events Labor Day weekend. We had scheduled December in Lagos because we thought it was going to be raining, but we're going to keep it at Labor Day weekend. Usually August ending, beginning of September. Labor Day in the US is the first Monday in September. So just clear your calendar, take your vacation. Next year we'll be in New York. In 2026, we'll be in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, and Ada. So once more, I just wanted to take a minute and thank everyone. I did not want to leave Lagos without saying a big thank you. I know from the feedbacks I've been getting and our other team members have been getting, this was epic. It was life transforming. People left educated, enlightened, enriched, emboldened, and people left with the tools and being empowered to do more for Africa. And I want to encourage our brothers and sisters, invest in Africa. A lot of our team members, contributed to this, the economy stimulus here in Lagos. A lot of them have been shopping. We have designers here now that are going to be making our clothes. So instead of giving money to some of the people over there, we're going to be supporting the fashion industry here, the jewelers, other vendors here on the continent. So if you want to take a vacation, I encourage you to come to Lagos. Lagos is very safe. If you are concerned, what are the other foreigners doing here? They are everywhere, even in the villages. And you who is from this country, you don't want to come back to your country. Shame on you. I want to invite people to go to Cameroon. I want to invite people to go to Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda. And we had speakers from all over the place. So to our speakers, I want to say thank you so much. You guys did a phenomenal job. And I'm glad that you received a lot in return. Thank you so much. Let's not give up on Africa. I have a message that I wrote every year. I put out a message. It's in our magazine. It's going to be uploaded on our website. I encourage you to go to our website, read the message from the visionary, and also read about our other speakers and all the other people that are there. I want to thank our sponsors. We'll highlight you on our website. I also want to thank those who advertise their business. And it's not too late. You can still advertise your business. Just go to our website, or you can email us at info@africasbrainbank.org. I apologize once more for my hoarse voice and for looking tired, but I had to say thank you. So this is a short video to say thank you. Ani Pius, our cameraman who came all the way from Boston, thank you so much. He's our volunteer cameraman and photographer, but the event was covered by RMD Productions. So shout out to RMD Productions. Thank you so much. Love you and be proud to be an African. Let's put an end to this brain drain, Africa's biggest problem, and let's build our home, because this is our home. Most of us were born and bred here. When we went abroad, we wanted to study and come back, and things change, but it's time to come back home. Thank you so much. God bless you.